Dear students, let us now discuss the physical properties of metals and non-metals with the help of slides. So here you can see the metals like gold and iron. You can also take the example of silver here. So students, you can see that these metals are having a shiny appearance. So when you will see the outermost layer of these objects, you will see they have a shining surface. So this property in which the material shows shiny surface, this is called as luster. So we are discussing the first property, that is luster. Luster means the shiny appearance. So the metals like gold and silver, they are having a shiny appearance. But if I will talk about these materials like plastic bottle, wooden board, football or a tire, you will see that they do not have a shiny appearance. They are having a dull appearance. So these all are non-metal. So when we will study about the luster, so it concludes that metals have a shiny surface whereas non-metals have a dull appearance. This is a physical property of both metals and non-metals. Now the second property that we are going to discuss is hardness. You will see that we are having an iron as an example and we are trying to cut this iron with a knife. So what will happen if you will try to cut this iron with the help of knife? Will you be able to cut it? No, because metals are hard to cut. But on the same hand, if I will take a rubber as an example of non-metal, if I will take this rubber as an example of non-metal, you will see that if I will start cutting it with the help of knife, it will be easily cut into a pieces. So this shows that metals are hard whereas non-metals are soft in nature. This was the second physical property. Now let us discuss the third property. Third property that we are going to discuss is malleability. Malleability is a property of a material by which it can be beaten and converted into a thin sheets, like in case of aluminium. You have seen aluminium foils? Yes, that is made up of a metal and that is converted into a thin sheets. So here you can see the example. You can see we are having iron nail, coal, aluminium wire and lead. Out of all the four, these iron nail and aluminium wire are the example of metals, and this coal and lead, this is the example of non-metals. What if I will beat all of them with the help of this hammer? So you will see that the iron nail and the aluminium wire, right? Here you can see iron nail and aluminium wire. They will change its shape. But if I will talk about coal and lead, it will be broken down into the pieces. So from here you can conclude that metals can be beaten into thin sheets, but non-metals, when beaten with a hammer, they break into a pieces. So metal shows the property of malleability, whereas non-metal does not show this property. Okay, this is a metal and this is easily converted into a thin sheet. This property is known as malleability. Now the next property, that is property number 4. This is ductility. Ductility is a property of a material by which it can be converted into a thin wires. In the slide you can see aluminium wire, copper wire, iron wire. These all are converted into a wires. What are they? They are metals. So metals can be easily converted into a wire, but what about non-metals? So if you will again try to make wires with the help of coal and lead, you will see that again it will break it into a pieces. We can't convert non-metals into a wire. So metal shows the property of malleability and ductility, whereas non-metals does not show these properties. Next is sonorous. What does that mean, everyone? It means ringing sound. So which material will show this property? Let us observe. You know that in your school there is a iron bell. So when this iron bell is stuck with a hard object, it will produce a ringing sound. But if why your school is having a iron bell and not a plastic bell? Yes, there is a reason. When metal stuck with the hard objects, they produce ringing sound. But when non-metal stuck with a hard object, they produces dull sound. This is another physical property. I have a plastic box. If I will beat it, you will see that they will produce dull sound. But I have a ring. If I will beat it, you will hear that it will produce a ringing sound. So metals, when beat with a hard object, they produce ringing sound. That property is known as sonorous. So metals are sonorous in nature, whereas non-metals are not. Next property is conduction of heat. Again we have to see which metals or non-metals which show this property. We have taken an iron rod. Suppose we have taken an iron rod, and on one end of the iron rod we have placed a heating material. So what will happen when we will start heating this iron rod? At the one end you will see that the heat start flowing from one end to the other end. So how you will see this is a temperature measuring device. So you will see that mercury start rising upward because the heat start flowing from one end to the another. So if you will heat plastic bottle or a wooden board, you will see that wooden board will either catch fire or plastic will melt. So these materials will not conduct heat, they will damage, but the materials that are made up of metal, they will heat. It means they conduct heat. So metal shows the property of conduction of heat, whereas non-metal does not. So metals are the good conductors. When I am saying good conductors, it means they allow heat to pass through them. But non-metals are not good conductors. They does not allow heat to pass through them. Now next is conduction of electricity. But in the previous we can also take the example of our utensils. So in our kitchen there are many utensils that are made up of metal. Mostly we use a utensils that are made up of metal. So how we cook food? With the help of that utensils only. How? Because they will allow the heat to pass through them. Then with the help of conduction process, the heat will help the food to cook easily. But if we will talk about the coverings of these utensils, the handles of these utensils, they doesn't conduct heat because they are non-metals. They are made up of bakelite. You know that? You have studied it in class 7th. So next property is conduction of electricity. For that you need a circuit. How to make a circuit? You need one cell, you need a wire, and you need a small LED. So with one end of the cell, positive terminal, you have to connect wire, and in between the wires there should be a small space so that the material that you want to check is a conductor or not, you can easily place it. So if you want to check iron nail, if you want to check whether iron nail conduct electricity or not, how will you check? When you place this iron nail here, the circuit will be closed and the bulb will either glow or not. So when you will place this iron nail, it's a metal, the bulb will start glowing. When you will place this sulfur, which is a non-metal, the bulb will not glow. Again, when you will place this coal piece, the circuit will be closed, you will see the bulb will not glow. But when you place this copper wire, you will see that the copper wire will help the bulb to glow because iron nail and copper wire, these are the metals, and metals conduct heat as well as electricity. But coal and sulfur, these are the non-metals. They does not allow heat and current to pass through them. Here you can see, you have placed, here it is example of copper wire. So we have placed a copper wire and you can see that the bulb is glowing. So copper wire is a good conductor because it is allowing current to pass through them. Iron nail will also a good conductor, but the sulfur and the coal piece, these are the bad conductors of heat and electricity. So what you have observed from the physical properties, if I will ask you, how you will identify the metals, the materials as a metals or non-metals on the basis of their physical properties? So you will say, ma'am, after performing the above activities, we can say that some materials are hard, lustrous, malleable, ductile, sonorous and good conductors of heat and electricity. So the materials that are showing these properties, these materials are called as metals. So what are the examples of metals? Yes ma'am, it's iron, copper, aluminium, calcium, magnesium, etc. So in contrast, when I will talk about the material like coal, sulfur, wood, they are soft, they are dull in appearance, they break down into powdery mass when they stuck with a hammer. So they are not sonorous and they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. These materials are called as non-metals. Examples of non-metals are, yes, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, oxygen and many more. So this is all about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. But students, this is not the only way to classify materials as metals and non-metals. There are another ways. We can also use chemical properties in which there is some reaction, in which we will do reaction with metals and non-metals in order to check whether they show reaction or not. So now we will study about the chemical properties of metals and non